It doesn't sound like another microphone. When we designed it, we had the concept of making it absolutely transparent, so that instead of actually recording the characteristic of a microphone, you're actually getting the true sound from the speaker.
Yeah.
No colouring. Yeah, it works very well. Particularly the 10-inch seems to be the prominent size, and we've got quite a few well-known players actually using it now because they love it and they prefer it over DI. Integral actually will work with anything that's using a speaker, and acoustic guitars actually tend to go through an amplifier just the same as an electric guitar would do. But one of the big things that acoustic guitars are prone to is feedback issues, and using Integral actually is a great way of overcoming that problem. Yeah, that's the first impression, but you can see I've actually got one here which we've taken the pepper pot off, and you can see, I don't know if I can put it sideways on so you can see, the microphone sits on a cradle and is actually not pointing at the centre of the speaker, it's actually pointed towards the edge of the speaker. A number of people have asked that question. It tends to be people like sound engineers who like to move microphones around. When we did the original test work and the design work with the Integral, we were using a very, very small condenser microphone which enabled us to move it along. However,
where were you moving it along?
Well, we were able to move it along the actual spar of the Integral unit itself. However, the microphone could not take the sound pressures that were being thrown at it, and so we had to think about using a dynamic microphone capsule, and it's not physically possible at the moment. I mean, not to say that things couldn't change in the future, but right now it's not possible to get a dynamic microphone capsule small enough to be able to move it along the spar without fouling the actual cone of the speaker, because you know when the speaker's moving, it you know, in action it's actually moving like that. So if you were to move that along, it would actually hit the microphone capsule. So we spent 4 years, 4.5 years road testing, and where it is at the minute does the job. Obviously for the future there will be other developments as and when other capsules are available. Easily, if you include all the road testing and 3D printed versions and so on, it's easily 4.5 to 5 years now. And we started the company in 2012 and we launched in 2017 at the Frankfurt show. Well, we are sort of musicians, and musicians come across frustrating situations, and close miking has been one of those situations which has driven people crackers. And you know, more and more gigs, especially festivals, you don't have the time to set up a microphone properly, and this is a fairly easy solution that every time you know set up a cab, you know that it's going to be okay because it was okay last time and the time before and the time before, because the microphone hasn't changed position. I would like to see Integral almost, if you like, an industry standard. It sounds like a grand idea, but I don't see any reason why it couldn't be working along those lines. We've got plans to bring on an 8-inch size and also a 15 as well, and also other developments with maybe different types of capsules for different requirements for studios. But right now it's about getting the knowledge out there that it exists in the first place, and you know, we're going to build on that. I suppose the most dramatic problem that people come across is overspill. I suppose the best way to describe it is if you were able to see any of the footage of Glastonbury Festival and when the Who were headlining, and around all the drums there's these massive great big plastic screens, basically because the drums were giving so much overspill into all the microphones that are around the stage. And Roger Daltrey got so frustrated with it, he ripped it all down. And absolute chaos for the sound engineer because he'd spent hours and hours setting it all up. Had they been using Integral, it wouldn't have been such a problem.
Great.